Tonight, an update on drought conditions across the Carolinas. As you can see here on your screen, many counties remain under extreme conditions with all that red. Part of Mecklenburg and Union counties are also dealing with exceptional drought.
Yeah, meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees joins us now with the latest. So, Brittany, with the current drought monitor, it doesn't include the rainfall from the last 24 hours, but let's say if that rain was included, would have made conditions different?
You know, I don't think that we would have gotten out of extreme drought conditions. We could have been out of exceptional drought in some of those spots. What's interesting is that Monroe, parts of Union County, have been hit a little bit worse right there by the exceptional drought. If you remember my story from Lake Monroe a few weeks ago, but they actually didn't get as much rain in Charlotte. So I think that's an important thing to remember is it's kind of feast or famine. Just because this part of Mecklenburg County over toward Gaston saw it, Union County really didn't get that much. So a little bit, sure, but I mean, it was less than 10% of the rain that we need over a month's period to get out of the drought condition, so it definitely wasn't a lot. I wanted to show you the comparison between last week and this week. There's a tiny little sliver there of additional extreme drought that was added. This was pushing into northwestern parts of North Carolina, so up toward Allegheny County and Ashe County. That was one of our areas that wasn't under extreme drought conditions that is right now. So officially, you can say all of our local 22 counties have been added. That was an increase by about 5%. And I wanted to show you this picture there. We saw this viewer sending this from Mike Swiss there down in Belmont. I think this is pretty noticeable. This is Kevin Lofton Park. This was a picture there of the kayak ramp, which it's not necessarily the deepest ramp either, but you can see it's normally up to here. I think it's notable to say that if this is multiple inches, let's say a foot or so below average, I mean, 2 inches really isn't going to do much. So again, you see the pictures, you see the videos. I think it's more notable to talk about how much rain we need versus what we saw. So 0.93 yesterday in Charlotte, 1.11 today, getting to a total of 2.04. I know Brad showed you at the top of the show that that was the most rain that we've had in a 2-day, 1-day period in over 6 months. So 2.04 inches of rain. How does that shape up based on what we need to get out of the drought? 15.56. So about 5% of the rain that we need. So it's helpful. Not to say it's not, but you can see we bumped up the numbers here too. The drought termination right now showing over 2 feet of rain needed in 2 months. So while the 2 inches is certainly impressive, it's just not that much in the grand scheme of things. We need, trying to do the math quickly, I don't know, like 12 more days like this over the next few months.
That's what I've been trying to tell Jane. It wasn't that much.
I don't know.
I feel like Jane listens a little bit better than you do sometimes.
We know.